Thanks for visiting Patient Weather. I'm meteorologist Al Peterlin. I'd like to talk about the weather health stress for February 12, 2026. We do keep additional graphics at tpatw.com, and we maintain a Patient Weather storefront on Amazon. Amazon purchases made through our storefront support the activities of Patient Weather. Looking at the surface map for the 12th, basically high pressure especially dominant across the east, although it is still high pressure even in the west. There is that lingering front all the way from Arizona into Oklahoma City and back to Mobile and across Orlando. Not doing a lot, although keeping some unsettled weather here in Utah and Colorado. For the most part, temperatures are mild in the west, relatively mild here in the south, and close to normal for the lakes and New England, and even being close to normal feels darn good. Looking at our vitality index, the measure of all of the individual weather elements that might have an impact on human health, you'll see we do have that little bit of activity here in the Pacific Northwest and some moisture still trying to flow into the west. Rather significant area of unsettled weather, probably from Dallas to Oklahoma City. Lots of activity going on here across Alabama, Georgia, into the Carolinas, and of course that residual activity still going on in New England. Looking at pressure change, we do have falling pressure here across from Dallas to Oklahoma City and all the way into eastern Kansas and western Missouri. We have rising pressure along the coast, California, Oregon, and up into Washington State. The most significant area of rising pressure stretching from coastal South Carolina across North Carolina, Virginia, taking in Maryland, swinging back through Pennsylvania, New York, and then all of New England. And note all of those Canadian cities from Windsor to Quebec. Temperature change, temperatures, again here, a little bit of warming in the Texas and Oklahoma arena. Still some cooling going on here in the very much northernmost portions of New England, but once again, still coming back toward almost near normal conditions here in the Great Lakes and up into the Northeast. Dew point temperature change, very much reflecting of that same temperature pattern. And we'll jump to the change in availability of oxygen, and you'll see we do have that risk of arthritis and asthma along the coast here in California. We have a risk of migraine across northern California coastal areas, and then in western Oregon and western Washington State. Note we have a significant risk of migraine from Alabama across Georgia, very significant through South Carolina into the North Carolina, and then along the coast, but picking up West Virginia, portions of eastern Ohio and Michigan, and then Pennsylvania, New York, and all of New England, and again, all of those Canadian cities, all the way from Windsor to Quebec. Risk of asthma and arthritis, interestingly here across central Florida, and then picking up here in Texas, but really coming all the way from South Texas across Oklahoma, and very significant in that Dallas to Oklahoma City area, but extending on north through eastern Nebraska, and then picking up from Arkansas all the way up through Iowa into Minnesota, and picking up portions of Wisconsin. Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Your comments are appreciated, and if you hurt, let us know where you're located.